Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of BlackUSA Crypto News. I'm just going to cut straight to the chase because I'm with my guest, Olayinka Odeniran. She's returning to the show, and I got to say, everyone really liked your first appearance, so happy to have you back.
Thank you. It's great to be back. Thank you for having me again. I'm excited about this one. A lot to talk
Oh,
about.
okay. Okay, well, we're excited to have you, and we don't have a whole lot of time. So, like I said, I'm going to cut to the chase. Um, you know, one thing I did see today in the news was gas prices on the Ethereum network were pretty high.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw that either, and what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, I mean, gas prices have been steadily increasing, particularly this month, right? I mean, there's a good and there's a bad about it. Ethereum is doing well. It hit record high. So can you complain? Along with that, you're going to have high gas prices because of the increase in prices. As well as the fact that this month alone, there's a lot of generative art projects that dropped and are still dropping. So you're going to need the miners to do what they have to do, and the work is there, right? So that's the reason for the high gas prices. And also, Ethereum has this issue with their gas prices anyway, and they've tried several times to address the issue by burning some of the coin, the token. Unfortunately, it worked for a slight second, and then it didn't work anymore. And next year they're trying to implement something else. I mean, right now, if you're in Ethereum, you're doing pretty well. So, unfortunately, if you want to buy stuff or trade, then that's where the gas prices will hit you, and they are ridiculously high.
Yeah, obviously, am a DeFi guy, so Ethereum is a necessary evil. But can't really say. I mean, I saw one thing where a guy spent $96 to send $100 of Ethereum today.
Was it worth it? I hope it was worth it. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They. Well, I just say smart contract interactions too. It's like, I think now my the best times for me to trade are like Saturday at 3 a.m.
Oh yeah, there is places where you can go to try to figure out the best gas prices. And you are right. Usually it's like early in the morning while we're sleeping, between from 2 a.m. to like 4 a.m. You get like the drop. It's not going to be like significant drop, but it is, a good chunk of price drop. And those are the best time. But unfortunately for us, we're sleeping. Well, not for unfortunately for you, you're still awake, but on the East Coast, we're sleeping, right? So it's either you stay up all night
Yeah.
and try to catch that time, right? Which I've done quite a few times myself.
Yeah, yeah, I know it. If that's another show. Okay, let's not get too far off into that because I'm sure we could talk about that for
Yes.
quite some time too. What I did want to have you on for is to talk about your initiative with the Black Women's Blockchain Council.
Mhm.
You're the founder, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm the founder. BWBC, or Black Women Blockchain Council, it was created in 2018 to promote and increase awareness of the blockchain technology within the Black community. The intention is for us to be producers, solution-oriented individuals, developers using this technology, and not just consumers, because historically we've always been consumers. We're trying to change things now, and to do that, we need to educate our community, raise awareness, and promote the different type of projects that we're doing. So our initiative fall in line with that, because recently we just partnered up with Consensus, which is part of the Ethereum Foundation, to increase the number of Black blockchain female developers in this space to 500,000 by the year 2030. it's huge because it actually satisfies a few of the UN sustainability development goals, because it's involving women, and it's also involving women across the diaspora. And the fact that, this time around, we actually get to utilize this technology to create, build, and do so much things. And I'm very excited about it. And, a lot of people have been asking, how can they get involved? You can go to bwbc.io, and that's www.bwbc.io. And we have a press release there. You can click on that link. And at the bottom of the press release is a link to sign up. And we're very excited. We are very excited about this.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. This is a great way to get more inclusion from Black women, especially in this field where, we need people or we need Black men and women in more numbers, but Black women in particular, just in technology, but certainly blockchain technology. So, that's why I think it's very important, like you said, to raise awareness, to do what I can to help spread and raise awareness as well. In fact, I get people coming to me often asking for, devs who are Black. And so, that's something I need to start doing, is directing folks to you. I mean, I was there at one point too, where I was looking for a dev. And so I know just, exactly what these folks are going through. And I think, the other thing too is we don't have these resources where, people can go and find devs for their blockchain projects. They don't know. So once again, this is a good reason for people to know about BWBC, and they can at least go to you, and hopefully you can direct them to some well-qualified people.
Yes, we're looking forward to doing that. And just to let you know, it's, even though our priority is to the Black women across the globe, we do make space for our Black men as well. So if there's anyone out there that's a Black man in our community who's interested, definitely reach out to us. What we want to really do is spearhead the innovations that's about to really start with this technology, and be able to take part in it as well. I'm happy to say that we actually have 10 ladies who are going through like an accelerated version of the initiative, and they're doing very well. They're about to complete their process. It's a 12-week course, so by the end of November, they should be done. And then they also have to build something. So I'm excited to see what they're building. I've had an opportunity to talk to some of them, and some of them are really thinking really hard about utilizing smart contract to implement their projects. So I'm excited about it.
Wow. Yeah, that does sound exciting. And with this first 10 is going to come 20, and then 50 and 100. So, get ready. It's going to blow up. And this is good growth. And I can't agree with you more. We definitely need to make this shift as we're moving into Web 3.0 to become developers, become creators, and ultimately innovators. And being able to own our innovations and our technologies and intellectual property, because that wasn't something that happened with Web 1.0 and Web 2.0. We were consumers. And I just look, like the whole TikTok thing that happened a few months ago with Black TikTok creators, like something that I could see happen is like, if these dancers come up with a dance, they put it on a video NFT. That would be like one way of saying, okay, hey, I have credit. It's an NFT. You can do the dance all you want, but my NFT was first on the blockchain. And,
exactly.
It totally bypasses that whole thing. And
it really does.
If someone wants to buy the dance, right? Hey, somebody bought your dance, and they can do your dance all you want, but at least you got the, you get compensated for it. So, there's just like so many cool things going on. Like you're saying with the art nowadays with NFTs, it's like almost like the crypto kitties situation all over again,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Where there's all this network congestion, but now it's different because we have huge growth in DeFi projects, huge growth in NFT projects, and I who knows? In a couple days, we could be reaching like max network congestion. I hope not, but
I
that could
hope not.
be something
I
that
hope not.
happens, and yeah, that could have major implications for both markets.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right. I mean, we haven't touched on it, but Facebook releasing Meta is like, it's huge news. There's a mix of emotions in this space right now, and but ultimately, at the end of the day, what it's doing is introducing a whole new wave of individuals into this space. Now, people are hearing NFTs. I mean, they've heard it with CryptoPunks, right? And the ridiculous amount of money that those things are valued now, right? But now they're like, okay, Facebook is into this, so this must be something significant. So they're getting into it, and then hearing about blockchain, the metaverse, and yeah, all these things that we're already submerged ourselves into. It's now mainstream because of the news yesterday. So it's exciting times. I'm just sitting here thinking about the difference, the significant amount of change that has happened since the last time I was on your show. So, I don't know what's going to happen in about 5 months now. So, yeah.
Right. But this is crypto, right? Like, it was a few months ago you were on,
Yes.
and how much has changed in just those few short months? Crypto never sleeps. And I mean, can I really ask you what your thoughts are on, the Facebook rebrand? If you can talk about it, I understand if you can't.
No, I have to
The
think, do I want my thoughts out there?
You see, I'm asking you, and I'm not sharing my thoughts.
Asking me, right? It's a mixture of emotions, honestly. If we're speaking the truth right now, Facebook doesn't have the best branding, right? And knowing that they are a data sourcing company, it's a hard pill to swallow when we're trying to build a decentralized space that gives the individuals who are participating in this space the control, right? And that's a strong word, the control of our data. And data can be anything, right? And to have a company with such a bad reputation, right, that's still going through, their own issues in the physical realm, right, wanting to jump into the, metaverse, or as they say, beyond the virtual world. And it's interesting. It's interesting. It's building momentum, but at the same time, it's kind of stealing the thunder of a lot of us who are already in this space and hoping to decentralize ourselves from the big institutions and be able to control our data, have that data sovereignty, which is very important for everyone at this point, because your data is worth more than you are, right, at this point, right? Or you can say your data is your value, right? And be able to control that and be able to reap the benefit of that, right? So it's going to be interesting the next few years and see what they implement and what they put out. Some of it is probably wishful thinking, honestly. And some of them it probably have to tweak a little, but ultimately it will be a centralized version and definitely different from what we're used to. Whether or not people are going to participate and know that difference is up to them. But, for us, I guess OGs, we can call ourselves, we're probably going to think long and hard before we even think about it. Personally, I'm not for it, but, to each their own.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you said that you'd be honest in sharing your thoughts, and even you sharing your thoughts, what a lot of what you said just made me sad. I hate to say it like that, but I heard about what Facebook was going to do like years ago, in 2017, what their thoughts were. And when I first heard it, honestly, like, man, just being honest, it kind of made me sick, because if we look at it, right, and just what happened 2 weeks ago, how they have released their wallet, right, and it's going to be custodied by Coinbase. That even still, it's like, for some people, that's great because Coinbase is they're an industry leader.
Yeah.
And I think it makes sense for Facebook to partner with Coinbase. But at the same time, that just gives me more distress. And the things that you can do possibly with this. So let's just say, there is the Facebook currency, right, that comes out. You as a Facebook user, you have your wallet, and there's going to be gigs, right? So that means, I'm not going to say bye-bye DoorDash, bye-bye Grubhub or TaskRabbit or anything like that. That's still going to be around, but now it's going to be in the Facebook ecosystem where, hey, I need a ride to the airport. Who in my network, which one of my friends can do this, and I'll pay you in the Facebook money. And then now it's not just like the data that you're talking about. It's like of just your life and your friends and your connection and your work. Now it's your financials. And that's why I do like give a hat tip to Congress for saying, hey, wait, no, because it threatens the United States central banks, right? Because Facebook will become a central bank unto itself.
Yeah.
And so that is scary. But I mean, it's like the bad guy becomes a good guy, and the good guy becomes a bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what the future may hold. It could be that, this is their second life, a metaverse reference there. But anyways, it could be, that maybe their second attempt at trying to do things better, right? Because they're moving from the physical realm to the metaverse. It's like, let's start all over, let's start afresh. And that's the whole concept of going virtual, right? You want to create a space where you can escape what you're doing in life as is right now and have a fantasy life, right? And so perhaps, this could be an opportunity to wipe the slate clean and do some good out there. We shall see.
Okay, so I'm not a huge sci-fi. I mean, I've watched my share of sci-fi films, but some ones obviously is The Matrix, that's one to think about. And yeah, we got a new Matrix coming out, so I might just go to the theater, watch that.
I think it's significant. I think we have to, well, I don't want to give anybody ideas, but it's one of those movies you just can't watch at home. Like you have to.
Yeah. Do you remember Strange Days with Ray Fiennes and Angela Bassett? It's from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one. Go back if you haven't. But, we're kind of in these strange days and times.
Yeah.
Another is
Ready Player One. Hello. I mean, that's what's ultimately gonna be built, right? So.
Right. That too. Surrogates. Did you ever see that with Bruce Willis? It was kind of like obscure.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like what if, you're in Meta and somehow they slip a virus in there that kills everybody on Meta.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah,
that's deep. That's deep.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I was like, when I saw it, I was like, I get it. I see what they're doing here. And, it was obviously like 10 or so years ago, and, it wasn't a blockbuster hit, but I think it's worth watching. And, I don't even know. I'm trying not to get too far into that commentary. So let me just stop here. what, and let's go back to BWBC,
Okay.
because this will become like a film commentary show, which, like I said, that's another show for another time.
Yes, yes, yes.
In 2022 is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the initiatives that BWBC are looking to tackle and, in its expansion and growth phase right now?
Yeah, definitely rolling out the initiative and finally having the program up and running, because right now it's still in the building phase. And then there's another initiative that we want to start, which is an NFT Africa workshop. And the workshop, the intention is actually to raise awareness about blockchain and NFT in Africa. Our goal is to go country by country and tap into the ladies in each country, around 300, give them a workshop and introduction into blockchain, get them to understand the technology, and then get them to also start thinking about what to use or what to create as an NFT. As you know, NFT is a vehicle, so we can put any type of data, digital data, into it and mint it onto the blockchain. So I feel like the art space right now, it has some really good artwork in it. However, it's still missing that African flair, if I can say. And there's some tapestry that we're missing, some textiles, all these really cool things that I think the creativity will really go crazy, right? With the introduction of various African artists that are mainstream, as well as those that aren't mainstream, that just doodle. And you'll start to see a lot of innovation and creativity when it comes to that. So we're hoping to introduce country by country. And then ultimately, when they go through the workshop, they get to walk away with knowledge. We're going to fund their MetaMask. We're going to, or whatever, platform we end up using, marketplace that we end up using to mint. And then they'll walk away with education. They'll walk away with knowing how to market their NFT, going through that process, because that's the hardest process,
Yeah.
for an artist. And then ultimately getting a sale and seeing how that whole process is done, and how, to move outside of your MetaMask or any wallet that you have, and be able to reap that, take that proceed with you. And then, by the end, our goal is that they will take that knowledge and be able to spread it in the community, and more people will be aware of blockchain as well as NFTs. And then, we're going to continue to do education awareness as well. I have a popular club on Clubhouse, and every Thursday we provide education, high level overview of blockchain. It's called "What the Hell is Blockchain?" If you're on Clubhouse, it's Black Women in Blockchain. That's the Clubhouse Club. And you can find us every Thursday, as well as I'm sorry if I swear. I don't know if that was okay, but I apologize. We do have other rooms. We have other rooms, where intimate rooms, where people can come on stage and ask questions. All of our rooms are open space for us to get to know the technology and to get to be aware about the different use cases. So we have several different rooms. We have rooms on NFTs. We have rooms even on our, shifting our financial perspective and getting us comfortable with money, right? And having a good relationship with money, because oftentimes in our community, we have, this weird relationship with money. We always think of it as evil, and, accumulating it is such a bad thing, but we're trying to shift that paradigm and get people to start thinking and start doing. So it's not only talking about it, we're also providing resources and things that people can start implementing to help them in that process. So yeah, we're all about educating the community and doing as much as we can to get us up to speed and get us involved in this technology.
Well, hey, I like that. I think that's great, especially the NFT part of it, because you're really empowering women artists, excuse me, on the continent to be able to really, like you said, get their art out there and not have anything really get in between them and their art when it comes to getting paid, with the exception of high gas fees, right?
Yes.
So I guess, would you guys have some sort of layer 2 solution that you would go to if, let's just say we're continuing on this trajectory, if there were any that you would prefer to use, because most of them have their own NFT marketplaces, which one would you prefer?
Ooh, okay. Aside from the gas prices, I think OpenSea does a pretty good job, right? It's kind of like the Amazon, right,
Sure.
of the NFT space. You'll see everything and anything, and also minting on it is aside from the gas prices. I have to keep saying that it's fairly easy and simple, right? You mint once, and then you could upload as many artwork as possible, and you can continuously mint without having to pay again. And I think that's a benefit to a lot of people. And there's others as well. And I'm looking at Solana right now, and Solana is slowly gaining, leverage. The fact that it has a low gas price, the fact that it's new, it's innovative, and they're getting a lot of backing to start creating and building their infrastructure as well as their community. So between those two, I think we have a pretty good spectrum of places to pick from, and also depending on the artwork, right? Because there are some artwork that or some marketplaces that only specifically focus on certain type of artwork, things that they feel that it's rare, and so we will try to see, what the artist produces, and try to steer them in the right places.
Yeah, Solana is a great place, and they're really building out their NFT marketplaces. And I mean, yeah, Solana is very cool. It's pretty interesting blockchain to interact with. I mean, if I had more time to, hang out on some of the other EVM style blockchains, I would love to. Trust me, but I just don't have all the time in the world.
Yeah,
So,
no, we
um,
usually don't.
but yeah, you know this,
Mhm.
so, you know, I just want to ask you one more thing before we close out here. If there's anything else that you could tell us about BWBC, that would be great, that you think people should know, and how they can get in touch, and some of the people, or what may pique someone's interest in terms of getting involved.
Yeah, for BWBC, as I mentioned, our goal is to educate. So if there, people are working on projects, or they're looking for team members, et cetera, definitely tap into us. We're currently in the process of raising funds as well. We're going through our sponsorship um, stage season, and we are ready to work and partner with different type of organizations to help us create or facilitate our initiatives. All the help that we can get, we definitely welcome it. And we want to spread the information, because I'm realizing that even though I've been going on several different platforms, I've been screaming it from the rooftop, still not enough of our people is aware that we're out here. We've been out here since 2018. So I need to do more. So if people out there can help us spread awareness, that would be great. We welcome everyone. And the thing is, there's really no age limit. This is intergenerational. So, if you're interested in blockchain, you're interested in all the different use cases, cryptocurrency, please, please, please tap into us. We're here to help. We're also building a community forum where there's going to be a lot of resources, a lot of people to tap into and connect with. And we're building it in different tiers. If you're working on projects, then there's a tier for you. If you want a career and you want to start thinking how to navigate the space, there's a tier for you as well. And we're going to be working with people who want to post their jobs and who are looking to tap into our community. Day in, day out, I get interest of people wanting to fulfill jobs and specifically tap into us. So we have that available, and we welcome that as well. We welcome people reaching out to us, wanting to collaborate and sponsor some of our projects. So we love the fact that the community is very involved, and just our community, but the global community is very involved.
Well, hey, I'm here to.
Okay.
No, I was just
Go
going to say
ahead.
I'm here to help, so feel free. And sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No problem. No problem. No, I was just going to repeat the website again, www.bwbc.io. And if your viewers like to talk to us, info@bwbc.io. And, we're available to answer any of your questions and steer you in the right direction.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. I'll make sure to put that in the description so people checking the replay can check you guys out. Olayinka, it's been awesome having you back. I'm
Yeah.
sure I'll have you back on again because, like I said, we need to talk
My
about
pleasure.
movies and crypto and all that other good stuff, but probably not movies. We'll probably talk about something even cooler.
No
So, if there's
problem.
anything else that you'd like to leave my audience with, I'll let you have the last word.
Oh, well, I'm not sure when this is going to run, but happy Halloween, everyone, if you celebrate Halloween, and please be safe out there. And happy holidays as well.
Yep. Well, this is running live and it's gonna be posted immediately after. So yeah, happy Halloween, everybody. Don't eat too much candy.
Yes.
That's another thing. I didn't take that advice last year, and it became a slippery slope into the holidays.
Uh-oh. Yeah, don't eat too much candy.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us and stay safe. And we'll see you next time on BlackUSA Crypto News. It just doesn't want to end. So, how do we keep something like this going?
There's plenty to talk about.
There is plenty to talk about. I mean, hey, we could keep talking about movies, right? But
Yes.
what else are you getting ready to see?
Oh goodness. I don't know, just the Matrix. Like I haven't really been in tune with TV and TV shows. I've been so wrapped up in Clubhouse, and there's a few initiatives that I'm also working on in Clubhouse that's separate from BWBC, but it's tied to cybersecurity. I'm working with Marcus Carey, which is a top cybersecurity professional in this space, and he's a top expert hacker as well. So he
Oh
just
wow.
got into the NFT space, and he's creating a company called Metaversible, and metaversible.io. Basically, the intent is to incorporate cybersecurity into the blockchain space, because we've heard so many different incidents where people's money got hacked, and people losing their private key, and just nefarious actions there. And so I'm working with him and a bunch of other excellent cybersecurity professionals to change the dynamic of the NFT space as well as the blockchain space, and create some safety nets in place to help them navigate through this space safely, right? So we're promoting security. We're doing a drop as well. This weekend we have a pre-sale coming up where individuals. Marcus is an actual artist, and he drew a Basquiat inspired unicorn that's
Hmm.
also incorporating blockchain security into this space. And it's funny enough, the Metaversible name was before Facebook decided to change their name to Meta. And also these unicorns also incorporate the infinity sign that Meta decided to use. So, it's like, is Facebook sniffing data at this
Well,
point?
yeah. I mean, would you be surprised? I mean, especially after those congressional hearings, it's like,
Yes.
yeah. Well,
Exactly.
okay. So, maybe this. I think I have heard of Marcus Carey,
Yeah.
so that is very cool. Um, but how about I ask you about a project? Are you familiar with Lossless?
Lossless. No.
LSS. Yeah, you should check them out.
Just check. Okay.
It's actually a DeFi
Mhm.
project
Mhm.
that it protects against hacks
Okay.
for DeFi projects. So it prevents, I don't know if they can prevent rug pulls, but they
Mhm.
can help prevent exploits in
Okay.
smart contracts
It's
on
smart. Okay. Okay.
for
Mhm.
DeFi. So they're getting a lot of buzz, a lot of partnerships, and
Nice.
I thought it was interesting. And they're trying to handle and mitigate some of the risks that are involved in DeFi.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and DeFi really needs it, especially after the Poly Network incident.
yeah, yeah,
Ooh. They're
yeah.
lucky they
See,
were able to get that money back, but it's still, ooh, that's a wake
that's
up
like one
call.
of those things.
Wake
I
up
just,
call.
I didn't have time to
Mm.
get in, and then that's just like, oh, I'm lucky I missed it because I didn't have the time, right?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's definitely a need for security in this space, and I'm happy to be doing something that I love in a space that I love.
Well, hey, I'm glad that you like it and you love it, and you're definitely doing great things. And I can't thank you enough for joining the show. And I think
Thank
the only way that we can leave is just to leave. So
you. Okay.
I will see you on the next episode. See you
Okay.
guys. I don't know what happened, but we're gonna try to fade to black here.